I took the clamps off the neck, and here it is glued up. I still need to thin it down a little bit on the head, and of course do the carvings and put the tail block on. But stripes nice down the back, and I think we'll put it aside for now. In the last video, I also glued up the back with a stripe down the back, so we're going to take this apart now. Of course, this is still proud of the wood. I've got to scrape this down and sand it. But other than that, it's going to be good, I think. Okay, I've got this plane down, so it's pretty flat, but I need to scrape this completely level. And I have some good scrapers, and they actually work quite well. But my scraper of choice is glass. I've got a box of it. I have some panes of glass. I just break them up. What's nice about glass is when you break it, one edge actually is very sharp as far as scraping. You got to turn it around to find out which one is which. You can get various curves, and you break a piece of glass, you get all kinds of stuff along with straight edges. When it's dulls, which takes quite a while, you just get another piece, or you break, if you have a bigger piece, you break it up and see what kind of edge develops from that. And no, it doesn't break in your hand and cut you up or anything. Some people think that, but it doesn't. I'll work on this a while, then I'll be back. Well, there we have it. Scrape down and sand it down to about 100 grit, which is good for now. So we'll put this aside and move on. Well, we've got the top sanded down to 100 grit, which is good for now. The seam is there, and you can see it, but it's in good shape. At one time, when I was a kid, when I used to do this, and 20 years old, I had to do this all by hand. And what you would do is you would take a plane, and I would use the jointing plane, because it was longer flatbed, and you'd scrub side to side to get it down to thickness, and then sand it out. Plane it up with the grain, and then scrape it, and then sand it. It was a very long process. The back too, and rosewood sides are really hard. You would take about 10, 20 swipes with a plane, and you really had to take the blade out to sharpen it, because rosewood is hard wood. But now I have the benefit of a power planer, so I put the sides and I put the top and the back through that and get it down to almost nominal thickness, and the sanding process and scraping process will finish it off, so it's much quicker. Now, this isn't a violin, and a violin, they have small thumb planes, and they plane the inside with a curve, and actually they plane different thicknesses in different areas to get the sound correct. With the guitar, it's not like that. The top and the back and sides are a uniform thickness, and then the bracing that you put on the back is what you carve to get the different nuances in sound. And there are so many ways of doing that. And it's, for someone who doesn't make guitars all the time, you kind of do it by the book, and it's like hit or miss. So, top and the back are prepped and can be put aside now, and let's move on to something else. Here I'm tracing the shape of the guitar onto the guitar top. And then extending that shape out about an inch all the way around. That'll be a line to cut. I need to have it an overhang. Now to start doing the measurements to mark out the sound hole. This circle will be the actual hole that will eventually be cut out. This circle is the inner edge of the rosette, about 1/8 of an inch away from the sound hole. And this ring is the outer edge of the rosette. And one more outer ring for some purfling around the outside edge of the rosette. This could actually change some, but I'm putting it in just for reference now. To end this video, I'll show the rudimentary beginnings of the rosette that I'm going to make and insert around the sound hole. I use a circle cutter in the drill press, which you can adjust to any diameter, and start cutting the sound holes. In this case, in a piece of cherry that has a little burl markings in it. I think it'll look good. It'll be a little subtle because it's not dark. That was the inner edge that I cut out, and now I'm going to cut out the outer edge. And I'll just slice this off, and when I do, I should end up with a wooden ring. I'm going to put some dots interspersed equally around the ring of the rosette. This is a hard maple, and I'll drill holes in the rosette, and we'll insert these soon. And of course, these are the holes where those wood plugs that I made will be inserted into pretty soon.